On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Migrant.
A traveler who moves from one region or country to another, especially to find work or better living conditions, a bird or an animal that moves from one place to another.
Examples:
Migrant worker. The movement of migrant birds. The government revoked his license to employ migrant labor crews.
Rough.
Not quite exact or correct, having or caused by an irregular surface.
Examples:
Rough and tough. Rough estimation. The vehicle bounced along the rough mountain road.
Cling.
To hold on to something tightly, to be closely attached to someone or something.
Examples:
Cling on to power. Cling tightly to the skin. He clings to the hope that he will find a job soon.
Freight.
Goods or cargo that are transported by land, sea, or air. The transportation of goods or cargo by land, sea, or air.
Examples:
Freight transport. Freight cost. The large freight shipment arrived at the port early in the morning.
Desert.
Arid land with little or no vegetation, often covered with sand or rocks.
Examples:
Desert basin. Oasis in the desert. This region is predominantly desert.
Worn out.
Exhausted or fatigued from overuse or prolonged activity, no longer effective or functional due to excessive wear or use.
Examples:
Feeling worn out. Worn out machinery. The old carpet in the living room was so worn out that it needed to be replaced.
Cycle.
An interval during which a recurring sequence of events occurs, a bicycle or motorcycle.
Examples:
The cycle of the seasons. Go to the workplace by cycle. The food chain causes a material cycle.
Desperate.
Feeling or showing a lack of hope and a willingness to do anything because of the problematic situation.
Examples:
Her desperate screams. Desperate attempt. He was desperate when he lost all his money by gambling.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Poverty.
The condition of being extremely poor.
Examples:
Poverty alleviation. The cycle of poverty. Many studies have investigated the relationship between poverty and academic achievement.
Archaeology.
The branch of anthropology that studies prehistoric people and their cultures.
Examples:
The Institute of Archaeology. Prehistoric archaeology. She teaches archaeology at the local university.
Migration.
The movement of animals to a new location, frequently as the seasons change.
Examples:
The migration of birds. Overseas migration. There was a migration of impoverished farmers into the towns.
Globe.
The earth or world, mainly used to emphasize its vastness.
Examples:
Terrestrial globe. Around the globe. His final goal is to sail around the globe.
Pirate.
Especially in the past, a person who attacks and robs ships at sea.
Examples:
Pirate treasure. Video pirate. The pirate captain ordered his crew to attack the merchant ship.
Gladiator.
A person who fought in ancient Rome's public contests, typically armed with weapons and wearing armor to entertain audiences.
Examples:
Act like a gladiator. The Christian gladiator. The gladiators' training regimen included physical conditioning, weapons training, and strategy.
Cave.
A large hole in the side of a hill, cliff, mountain, or under the ground.
Examples:
Domiciliary caves. The mouth of the cave. Bats reside in sheltered caves.
Mobility.
The ability to move or be moved freely or easily from one place, job, or social class to another.
Examples:
Lack in mobility. Improve social mobility. I have limited mobility in my arms.
Gym.
A place equipped for exercise and other physical training.
Examples:
Gym membership. A gym suit. She went to the fully equipped gym to work out every day.
Dentist.
A person who is qualified and licensed to treat people's teeth.
Examples:
A dentist's office. Consult a dentist. I am going to the family dentist to get my teeth cleaned.
Floss.
A thin thread or cord used to clean the spaces between the teeth.
Examples:
Candy floss. Dental floss. Be sure to use a clean section of floss for each tooth to avoid spreading bacteria.
Cavity.
An empty space or hollowness within a solid object, especially within the body, such as a tooth or bone, a hole or depression in a surface or the ground.
Examples:
Tooth cavity, cavity filling. I have a cavity in one of my molars and must schedule a dentist appointment.
Tongue.
A movable mass of muscle tissue covered with mucous membrane that is in the mouth, a language.
Examples:
Native tongue, tongue cancer. The tongue is boneless, but it is as strong as bones.
Incisor.
One of the front teeth in the human or animal mouth that are used for biting or cutting food, a tooth adapted for cutting.
Examples:
Sharpened incisors, upper incisor. The dentist extracted my incisor due to decay and infection.
Ancestry.
The family or the ethnic descent that you come from.
Examples:
A distinguished ancestry, pre-human ancestry. He looked down on the royal ancestry of the neighboring country.
Scoop.
A tool for lifting or moving substances in bulk, typically using a concave or spoon-shaped end, a piece of news that is obtained or published before anyone else.
Examples:
A scoop of ice cream, scoop of news. The company's marketing team worked hard to get the scoop on what their target audience wanted.
Shovel.
A tool with a handle and broad scoop or blade used for digging or moving earth, coal, snow, or other granular materials.
Examples:
Snow shovel, shovel blade. The construction workers used a power shovel to dig the foundation for the building.
Ancestor.
A person from whom one is descended, a forefather.
Examples:
Ancestor language, earliest human ancestor. My remote ancestor immigrated to the United States from Ireland in the 1800s.
Native.
Connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples:
Native to Africa, native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Migrate.
To move from one country or region to another and settle there. To move from one place to another periodically or seasonally.
Examples:
Migrate across borders. Migrate a service. Many Germans migrated to South America in the mid-19th century.
Pulp.
A soft and moist mass of fibers or small pieces, typically produced by grinding, crushing, or shredding plant or wood material, a type of paper made from wood or plant pulp. the soft fleshy part of a fruit or vegetable.
Examples:
Pulp fiction. Orange pulp. The recipe called for squeezing the juice out of the fresh pulp and using it in the sauce.
Extract.
A short passage taken from a book, piece of music, etc., a substance obtained from something through a specific process. Verb, to obtain from something or to remove something by effort or force.
Examples:
A brief extract from the book. Botanical extract. Anesthetize the gum before extracting the teeth.
Enamel.
A hard, glossy coating that is applied to surfaces such as metal, glass, or ceramics to protect them from wear, corrosion, or weathering, the hard, white outer layer of teeth.
Examples:
Enamel coating. Enamel mugs. The dentist recommended using toothpaste with extra enamel protection to prevent cavities.
Mineral.
A solid inorganic substance occurring in nature having a definite chemical composition.
Examples:
Vitamin and minerals. Mineral rights. The robust economy of the country is based on its mineral resources.
Calcium.
A chemical element with the symbol Ca and atomic number 20, which is an important mineral for the human body.
Examples:
Calcium deficiency. Ion of calcium. The patient was prescribed a calcium supplement to help prevent osteoporosis.
Oxygen.
The chemical element with the symbol O that is present in air and water and is necessary for people, animals, and plants to live.
Examples:
The hydrogen binds the oxygen. Lack of oxygen. The passenger grabbed for the oxygen mask.
Sodium.
A metallic element that is the most common alkali metal and is used in the production of many chemicals, including soap, glass, and paper.
Examples:
Reduce my sodium intake. Sodium bicarbonate. High levels of sodium in the diet can increase the risk of developing high blood pressure.
Diet.
The food and drink that a person, animal, or community eats and drinks regularly. A legislative assembly in certain countries, for example, Japan.
Examples:
Eat a vegetarian diet. Diet approval. A balanced diet is more important for health than supplements.
Prefer.
To like, choose, or want one thing or person better than another.
Examples:
Prefer physics to chemistry. Prefer a window seat. The birds prefer open water areas with reeds around them.
Sulfur.
Also sulfur, a chemical element with the symbol S and atomic number 16, found in many minerals and sulfur compounds, often used in the production of fertilizers, rubber, paper, and other industrial applications.
Examples:
Sulfur dioxide, sulfur mine. The sulfur emissions from the nearby factory caused the rotten egg smell.
Strontium.
A chemical element with the symbol senior and atomic number 38, a soft, silvery white metal that is highly reactive with air and water and is used in various applications, including in nuclear medicine.
Examples:
Strontium isotope, strontium dating. The strontium in some medical isotopes can be used in cancer treatment and diagnosis.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples:
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Molar.
One of the large teeth located in the back of the mouth used for grinding and chewing food. A dental drill used for removing decay or shaping teeth. Adjective, describing a solution in which the concentration of a solute is expressed in moles per liter, mol/L.
Examples:
Molar tooth. Molar absorbency index. I have a cavity in my molar and need to see the dentist.
Infant.
A baby or very young child.
Examples:
Infant daughter. Infant food. Mozart was an infant prodigy.
Wisdom.
The quality of being wise, or the ability to use your knowledge and experience to make sensible decisions.
Examples:
A fountain of wisdom. Wisdom literature. The community greatly respected and sought after the older adult's wisdom.
Miner.
A person who works in a mine equals excavation in the earth from which ores and minerals are extracted, especially one who extracts coal, minerals, or precious metals from the earth.
Examples:
Miner strike. Miner industry. The coal miner worked tirelessly to extract valuable minerals from deep underground.
Pause.
To take a short break from talking or doing something before continuing.
Examples:
Pause a moment. Pause for a reaction. The man paused before opening the door.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples.
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Broad.
Very wide, general.
Examples.
Attract broad attention. A broad mind. He accumulated wealth across a broad spectrum of assets.
Plaza.
A public square, marketplace, or similar open area in a town, especially in Spanish-speaking countries.
Examples.
Main Plaza. Memorial Plaza. 3 young men were busking in the shopping plaza.
Tropical.
Originating in, located in, or characteristic of the tropics.
Examples.
Tropical cyclones. Tropical islands. Tropical storm Marco is making his way along the coast of Florida.
Carve.
To create something by cutting wood or stone, to turn sharply.
Examples.
Carve a statue. Carve my name on the plate. This statue is carved from a single tree trunk.
Statue.
A sculpture of a person or animal, typically made of stone or metal, that is intended to represent the subject in a lifelike or symbolic way.
Examples.
A beautiful statue. The ancient Egyptian statues. The statue of the famous hero stood proudly in the town square.
Inauguration.
The formal beginning or initiation of something, especially the beginning of a political leader's term in office, a ceremony marking the beginning of an organization or event.
Examples.
Inauguration ceremony. Presidential inauguration. The inauguration of the new station was a great success.
Roughly.
Approximately, but not precisely, with a violent manner.
Examples.
Roughly explain my idea. Roughly speaking. 5 miles is roughly similar to 8 kilometers.
Translate.
To convert or change words into another language.
Examples.
Translate a document into English. Translate the emotion to a movement. Translate the text from Italian into English.
Macaw.
A large, colorful parrot with a long tail found in tropical and subtropical regions of the Americas, known for its striking plumage and its ability to mimic human speech and sounds.
Examples:
Rare macaw species. Red-bellied macaw. The macaw's colorful feathers brightened up the otherwise drab jungle.
Jaguar.
A large animal of the cat family that has a yellowish-brown coat with black spots, mainly found in parts of Central and South America.
Examples:
A wild jaguar. A female jaguar. Humans have developed the jaguar's habitat over several decades.
Skull.
A bone framework that surrounds the brain and gives the head its shape.
Examples:
Skull fracture. Have a thick skull. Archaeologists found a Neanderthal skull at that historic site.
Neat.
Clean or tidy, with everything in its place.
Examples:
A neat piece of work. Neat idea. She has neat habits.
Dynasty.
A sequence of influential leaders who are all from the same family or a period when they rule a country.
Examples:
Dynasty of China. During the Ming Dynasty. During the Habsburg Dynasty, colonization began.
Depict.
To illustrate someone or something in a photograph.
Examples:
Depict a scene. Depict a feeling of isolation. His son had accurately depicted the bloom.
Gear.
A toothed wheel that engages another toothed mechanism to change the speed or direction of transmitted motion, a set of tools, equipment, or other items for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Sports gear. A gear change lever. She checked her gear before embarking on the hike.
Tomb.
A large stone structure or underground chamber in which the dead are buried.
Examples:
Bury and tomb. The ancient tomb. The tomb of the unknown soldier honored the bravery and sacrifice of those who lost their lives in battle.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Jade.
A green or white mineral, typically composed of jadeite or nephrite, used for making jewelry and ornamental objects, an old or overworked horse.
Examples:
A jade accessory. Decorated with jade. The jade sculpture was worth a fortune.
Vessel.
A ship or large boat.
Examples:
Blood vessels. Naval vessels. The vessel arrived in port the following day.
Symbolize.
To represent or stand for something else, particularly an abstract concept or idea, to be an emblem or sign of something.
Examples:
Symbolize hope. Symbolize freedom. In many cultures, the color white symbolizes purity and innocence.
Royal.
Relating to or belonging to the king or queen or a member of their family.
Examples:
A royal palace. Prince Royal. She is willing to give up her position in the royal family to marry him.
Pelt.
To hit or throw things at someone or something repeatedly and forcefully, to rain heavily.
Examples:
Pelt him with stones. Pelt with questions. The crowd pelted the stage with bottles and cans in protest.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Royalty.
Revenue derived from the use of a patent, copyright, or other right, the people who are the family of a king and queen.
Examples:
A grandchild of royalty. Royalty income. The royalty payments for the use of the patented technology were quite high.
Consist.
To be composed or made up of.
Examples:
Consist mainly of cells. Consist only in knowing facts. This examination consists of 5 problems to solve.
Voyage.
A long journey, especially by sea or in space.
Examples:
A voyage of discovery. Take a voyage. The astronaut trained for years before embarking on her voyage to the International Space Station.
Outpost.
A small military camp at some distance from the main army, used mainly to observe an enemy's movements, etc.
Examples:
Outpost area. Military outpost. With the war's end, they have begun a gradual retreat from their outposts.
Noble.
Having or showing excellent personal qualities or high moral principles that people admire.
Examples:
A noble family. Noble gas. He is a noble-minded man.
Clergy.
The official leaders of the religious activities, especially of the Christian Church.
Examples:
Clergy abuse. Privilege of clergy. The secular clergy improved the atmosphere of the meeting.
Craftsman.
A skilled worker who creates handmade objects, especially one who works with wood, metal, or other materials.
Examples:
Craftsman skill. A subtle craftsman. The adept craftsman carefully carved the wooden figurine with precision and skill.
Republic.
A state or country in which the people and their elected representatives hold supreme power and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch.
Examples:
Republic democracy. The Republic of Art. The United States is a federal presidential constitutional republic.
Scarce.
Not abundant or plentiful, and therefore not easy to find or obtain.
Examples:
Scarce resources. Capital scarce country. Fresh water is becoming increasingly scarce in many parts of the world.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Rampant.
Especially of something bad or unwelcome, flourishing or spreading everywhere in a way that cannot be controlled.
Examples:
Rampant growth of weeds. Rampant corruption. In an overly protective industry, violations of the ethics rules tend to be rampant.
Mortality.
The quality or state of being subject to death.
Examples:
Mortality due to cancer. Lower infant mortality. This disease has a high mortality.
Excavate.
To dig or remove earth, rocks, or other materials from the ground or a site, often to uncover or discover something.
Examples:
Excavate a deep hole. Excavate soil. The archaeologists excavated the ruins of an ancient city buried under the desert sands.
Settlement.
An official agreement that brings an argument to a close, the process of establishing permanent residence in a place.
Examples:
The settlement of a dispute. Settlement in a new house. Our goal must be to achieve a peaceful settlement.
Cemetery.
A burial ground or graveyard, a place where dead bodies are buried.
Examples:
Cemetery plot. Historic cemetery. We visited the cemetery to pay our respects to our deceased loved ones.
Roster.
A list of people's names, often who are available to do a job.
Examples:
Roster index. Roster of cabinet. The club has notable celebrities on the roster.
Bury.
To place a dead body in the ground, grave, or tomb.
Examples:
Bury in the earth. Bury emotion. There is plenty of space to bury everyone.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, to complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples:
Graduate degree program. Honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Proxy.
A person or entity that is authorized to act on behalf of another person or entity.
Examples:
Healthcare proxy. Proxy server. She voted by proxy because she was unable to attend in person.
Valley.
A long depression on the surface of the land, which typically contains a river.
Examples:
Valley bottom. Basin-shaped valley. The valley had received a mild snowfall the previous week.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Herd.
A group of animals of the same type that live or are kept together as livestock.
Examples:
Herd of cattle. The common herd. He was riding herd on the sheep during the day.
Cow.
A domesticated mammal with characteristic features such as a hump, large udders, and curved horns that is raised for its milk or meat.
Examples:
Cowherd. Dairy cow. The farmer milked the cows every morning before breakfast.
Cowboy.
A man, typically one on horseback, who herds and tends cattle, especially in the western U.S., a person who behaves roughly or recklessly, typically a man, a skilled ranch worker who is adept at many tasks, especially those involving horses and cattle.
Examples:
Cowboy rodeo. Cowboy boots. The cowboy hat she wore added to her rugged and tough look.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Indigenous.
Someone or something that is native to or occurring naturally in a particular place.
Examples:
Indigenous crop. Indigenous peoples. The indigenous plants need to be pollinated by local insects.
Abandon.
To leave a place, thing, or person with no intention of returning, Noun, a feeling of extreme emotional intensity.
Examples:
Abandon a friend. Abandon the practice. The castle was abandoned several years later.
Settler.
A person who moved with a group of others to live in a different country or area.
Examples:
New settlers. Settlers on some foreign shore. A large proportion of railway workers in settler colonies were white.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
Majority of his wealth. Material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Erect.
To construct or build something, to cause to rise, adjective, upright or vertical.
Examples:
Erect structure. Keep the flagpole erect. The workers were able to erect the tent in just a few minutes.
Grave.
A place where a dead body is buried, typically marked by a headstone or other memorial. A very serious, solemn, or important matter. Verb, to carve, cut, or etch a design, inscription, or mark onto a hard surface, such as stone or metal. Adjective, serious, solemn, or weighty in nature.
Examples:
Graven image. Grave mistake. Many innocent civilians were killed and buried in mass graves outside the city during the war.
Cholera.
A severe infectious disease that causes acute diarrhea, vomiting, and dehydration, often resulting in a rapid and dangerous loss of body fluids and electrolytes.
Examples:
Cholera toxin. Cholera epidemic. The outbreak of cholera was a major health crisis in the 19th century.
Epidemic.
The widespread outbreak of a particular disease in a large number of people at the same time.
Examples:
A worldwide epidemic. Health epidemic. The disease is now reaching epidemic proportions in our country.
Sweep.
To clean something, especially a floor or an area, by using a broom, move swiftly and smoothly.
Examples:
Sweep up dead leaves. Sweep a room with a glance. The politician tried to sweep the embarrassing incident under the rug.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Enslave.
To make someone a slave, to deprive someone of their freedom of choice or action.
Examples:
Enslave poor peasants. Enslave indigenous people. Her beauty enslaved me completely.
Sharecropper.
A farmer who cultivates a piece of land owned by someone else, usually in exchange for a share of the crops produced.
Examples:
Sharecropper system. Sharecropper labor. Many sharecroppers in the South were impoverished and trapped in a cycle of debt.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Historic.
Famous or significant in history, or potentially so.
Examples:
Historic accomplishment. Achieve the historic feat. The Chinese people have accomplished several historic feats.
Forensic.
Relating to the use of scientific methods and techniques to investigate and solve crimes or legal disputes, pertaining to or involved in legal or criminal proceedings, using scientific evidence to support a claim or argument in a court of law or other formal settings.
Examples:
Find forensic evidence. Forensic team. Forensic scientists analyzed the DNA evidence to solve the crime.
Reconstruct.
To build or form something again that has been damaged or destroyed.
Examples:
Reconstruct an image. Reconstruct the original text. They've decided to reconstruct a ruined castle.
Descent.
The act or process of moving downward, a person's family origins.
Examples:
Descent from nobility. Descent of family. The descent from the mountain was steep and rocky.
Slavery.
The practice or system of owning, buying, and selling people as property and forcing them to work.
Examples:
Slavery labor. Institution of slavery. The abolition of slavery in the United States was a major achievement in the fight for human rights.
Burial.
The act or ceremony of placing a dead body in a grave.
Examples:
Burial at sea. A round burial mound. The burial ceremony was a somber reminder of his passing.
Grandparent.
A parent of one's father or mother.
Examples:
Great-grandparent. Person of grandparent age. She was close to her paternal grandparents and often spent summers with them.
Lounge.
A waiting room as in a hotel or airport.
Examples:
Departure lounge. Conversation lounge. We will go to the VIP lounge at the airport till departure.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples.
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.